nicked a
That
little
was
bit.
supposed
It
to switch
wasn't
over by
that
itself, and it
injured.
didn't.
And then these other people, like, I think one of them was called like Yildry or something. And, like,
That was awesome. See, took the truth, stretched it out.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Like
But
tech.
I killed most of them. Like, if I wasn't there, they would have been dead.
And we're
You guys-
live, just so you know.
Hello, everybody.
We're all doing our
Ahoy.
best Thanos
Dr. Nick.
impersonation. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, we copyright for that. Damn it.
Yeah, I
But
think
it's
we can
not
get.
that
I think we can get away with that.
I think you
Okay.
can do 4 seconds. Yeah.
I think. I
That's
think
what
you'll
she
find
said.
it's. I think you find it's 8 seconds. She'll be impressed with that.
He's impressed if he can half that time.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Right out of the gate,
I'm impressed if I
guys.
can
All those bitches.
to be honest.
So we'll get all the innuendo out now. Hopefully, no,
All out you window.
that's not going to happen.
If I
We-
don't need
I
to
mean,
pull
come
out my
on.
magnifying glass, that's a
It's-
good day for me.
From the gutter. Nice one, Drax.
So,
Oh, come on, Drax.
magnifying
You love
glass, tweezers, and some pepper.
Hi-ho from the gutter. Come on, we're not that bad.
Hey, being the only girl here.
I mean, we're pretty bad, but not that bad.
it. Look, you only need some Vaseline and a chili to make that whole meal complete.
Oh wow,
What?
a dirty old Vaso.
The only thing that stresses me out more is that every time I go to the toilet, it's like playing the actual game of the forest because I have to continuously sort through the trees and whatnot to try and find. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Carry it one step further.
Oh, someone always
To the end.
does.
Takes it to the end, plants it on the ground.
That's it. Love it.
Does his little jig.
Oh wow, wow. Right.
I think we need help.
You think? Like I know we need help.
There's no help. We
Yeah,
are
no,
all
there,
doomed.
there are pills.
Apparently, there's pills.
What? I'm already taking these nice little blue ones.
And,
And
back-
hey, Michelle, how do them blue pills work? They work well.
What? The blue
He doesn't
pill.
know about the other ones I slip in his drink.
What the red pill? Blue
The
pill or
red-
the red pill?
To the blue or the
Blue
red?
Jay, what's up? Hey, you're just
She's
as
actually
bad.
talking
You're
about
just as bad,
Strahd.
Blue Jay. Just saying.
Oh shit.
That's why you're here.
Cyanide.
It's kind of dark, isn't it?
So, last Sunday went very, very well. Our different combat encounter that was a little different than regular combat encounters. I think we went extremely well. I enjoyed it. Players seemed to enjoy it. Chat seemed to enjoy it, so it was pretty cool. So that went very, very well. Obviously, last week's Curse of Strahd session went extremely well as well. Blue Jay, you are not innocent. I mean, seriously. Far from it, lady. Anywho, so we're back to another Wednesday. I was onto it because I was working today, so I had to prepare everything earlier. So I did all my recap and shit yesterday. I actually did the recap on stream, and with Cam as well, just in the Discord having a chat. So what I might do in the coming weeks is, obviously Baz probably won't be able to make it because it'll be during the day. But what I might do in the coming weeks is just grab one or two of you guys will in the chat. Not in the chat, in the players side of things, and just get you in on just to discuss previous episode or just what you've been thinking about, how things are going, go over recap and stuff, just for basically shoot the shit about different things. Obviously, those that are working during the day, it's not going to be a possible thing, but we could probably do it on a Saturday if someone's free, as like a Saturday night with nothing on, or a Friday night or something. So, just even if we can get 2 or 3 of you, the players in the chat, to have a bit of a discuss about previous episodes and stuff like that, with the Curse of Strahd stuff. I think your hair gives it away, Cam. When you first come on, your hair was you looked a bit dishevelled, mate.
That's me on a 24-hour basis. Though. Yeah.
Yeah, like the time Monday morning, I get up at 5 o'clock to go to work, and Cam's there streaming.
I've been up 2 days in a row at 5 a.m. So it's sleep pattern's fixed.
Angry again. Love those lyrics.
Pika, did you say when you got up for work, Cam was there screaming?
Yes.
Streaming.
He was
I did
standing there
catch him.
screaming like a little girl.
Yeah, he was screaming like a little bitch at the same time.
Adam,
It was not. It's lies.
What game are you playing?
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Ah.
It's like Dark Souls, but ninja.
Oh,
And very hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Ninja
pretty
Dark
interesting.
Souls.
And yeah, Dark Souls is pretty tough. So, but anywho, I suppose before you guys get too carried away, and again, we will get on with the recap from last week. Shit, I made it go away. Come back. Here we go. So last we left off, you had discovered the whereabouts of the bones of St. Andrew and headed to the coffin maker to recover them. Once you had there, you gained entry through the skill of the chatting from Zadriel and lockpicking skills and stealthy-ish entry. Some more stealthy than others. But you gained entry and confronted Heinrich, the coffin maker. With him crumbling almost immediately, he wasn't defiant at all. He pretty much gave you the information right away. Told you where the bones were, that they were hidden in his wardrobe upstairs. He gave you information about a nobleman who had basically contracted him to either steal the bones or have them stolen for improved business and coin. Some of that coin you recovered and kept for yourselves. Heinrich did not seem to care. He just wanted to see the back end of it. He just wanted things to be gone. After that, you headed back towards the church and to return the bones. You spoke to Father Lucian Petrovich and returned the bones to him, and pretty much exactly what you've been asked to do. Karnos then asks Petrovich for some holy symbols and holy water, which he is able to acquire. Once leaving the church, however, one of those holy symbols and a batch of holy water was accidentally splashed onto Emilia. The effect wasn't quite what Karnos had expected, and managed to somewhat bluff his way through it. Emilia, still upset with Karnos over a previous statement, then froze one of his flasks, which Karnos found out a little bit later on, and with a little help from Fibblestib and a heat metal spell, was able to thaw out his flask. Generally, at this time too, it was then decided that maybe heading to either the Baron or Lady Wachters' house to discover a way to get the people from the stocks in town square. Bit of discussion back and forth, and it was decided that Lady Wachter would probably be the best port of call as she opposes the Baron and his festivals. From there, you headed over to Lady Wachters' house. We were denied entry, of course. You were told that she was entertaining guests to come back the next day. Adok attempts to cast the friend spell on the butler, which didn't seem to go well. Whether that will play some part in the future, who knows. After that, it was decided to head back to the inn. A few discussions about Emilia was thrown around within the group, and one of those discussions between Emilia and Zadriel reveals her true identity or race-ish to her true abilities to Emilia by revealing her wings and her divine nature. this kind of upset Emilia a little. She was a little put out by the radiant light that was blinding her in this dark space out by the well. But a few others, townfolk that were around, also saw this display, which upset Zadriel a little bit, and she went searching for a young child that she thought had been spying on her. Later on, again, more discussion between Emilia and some of the other party members led to Adok offering Emilia, in a gesture, a drink of water from his own flask. Apparently it had bits and pieces in it, but Emilia refused and said that she couldn't drink it because of the additives that were added into the water, but then, in a show of good faith, used her druid crafting spells to offer a similar gesture from the well water. They seemed to patch things over. Adok seemed happy with the explanations that were given. But however, once that conversation was over, Zadriel pulls Adok aside and puts the cat amongst the pigeons once again by telling Adok that Emilia is not what she seems, but seemed to send Adok into a bit of a tiz. But once it was all over and done with, who knows how things are going to turn out. By then, you all turned in for the evening. But during the night's sleep, Karnos woke to find the room empty, his friends missing. Clutching a dagger, heading out of the room and out to the balcony, he spies a very well-dressed nobleman sitting in the inn below, who beckons him to come sit with him. He does so and seats himself at the opposite end of a table, face to face with one Strahd von Zarovich, the noble prince that rules over these lands. A conversation ensued, distrust and semi-hostilities thrown but not reciprocated. After a short discussion, Karnos seemed to calm himself to a degree, and kind of agreed with what he was told, that again, Lady Wachter was definitely their best bet in dealing with the Baron, either removing him from power or superseding him in some way, as Strahd pretty much insinuated that doing so himself would paint him as the devil Strahd that people see him to be, when he is trying not to portray that. He wants his people to love him, not fear him. And eventually Karnos wakes in a cold sweat, finding himself back in his room, his friends sleeping where they were when he did actually go to sleep. His flask's at his side. He then takes a big sip from either flask as his usual, and eventually finds his way back to sleep. We now rejoin you now as you all start to stir and wake the next morning, day 9 of your time in Barovia, and a new day. Again, you can hear the rain falling on the roof of the inn. It is not heavy rain, but just more light drizzle. But again, it is falling steadily as per usual.
All right. Emily is going to get up at first light.
Yep.
And she's going to go downstairs to the well outside. She's not going to don her armor. She's just basically be in her dress.
No problem.
She's going to cast Shape Earth and make a block of earth next to the well that is about 2 foot wide by 2 foot wide by 5 foot tall.
Yep.
And she's going to use her shape water and basically start crafting it into a figure.
Humanoid
figure.
You're also so you're going to use the shape water just to shape it into a basic humanoid shape.
It is, into a basic humanoid shape. A roll performance, it's 7. Because we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, it's basic. It has basic features. Are you trying to make it more male or female?
It's gender neutral, basically.
Okay, so just a very, very simple humanoid shape, basic features, basic facial features, nothing overly distinctive.
Yep. And then she's going to use mold earth again, and basically make it so that it has wings. And
okay, yep.
And basically, do that, and then basically start molding wings onto it.
No problem.
Any passerby that should come by, she's going to say, "Hey, what do you think? Do you think it looks good?"
Let me make a roll here because you're up first light. There are not many people floating around, but there is a guard patrol of 4 town guard that are patrolling as they normally do, and they're just extinguishing the lanterns throughout the city as they do first thing in the morning. Like they get lit at night, they get extinguished during the morning hours, and they do stop and they have a look at it. And one of them looks like he's probably a higher rank than the others. Turns around and looks at you and says, "It's not too bad. Is it Angel?"
Yes, it's an angel. I made another one last night. It was even better than this, and I made it glow, and it was really cool. My effort today has been pretty average, to be honest. But last night's one was really cool.
Yes, we did hear about someone did report seeing possible an angel or something around here. We were going to investigate it, but if that was you, roll a deception check with advantage. And he will roll insight.
13.
He says, if that was you, well, we will not need to investigate any further. Thank you. Just be aware that the Baron is not overly okay with other people doing these types of things. With the festival coming up, and he may see it as heresy. So just be careful. I myself not 100% on Baron's side, but the rest of the guard might not be so generous.
Well, thank you for that. My friends always say not to do. I have this issue where, when my friends and my family say not to do something, that I just have to do it. They say don't go out on your own, and I have to go out on my own. They say don't use magic in a town, and I just have to do it. It's not that I have a problem with authority. I respect you guys, and I thank you for your honesty. I won't do this again, but it's just something I just have to do.
I completely understand. I mean, I'm part of the Vallaki Town Guard, as you can see, but I do have a mind of my own, and I do express myself in my own way. But as I say, be very careful.
And she sort of curtsies, sort of bows to him.
And he gives you a very stiff military, straight sort of head bow, and spins on his heels and sort of says to the other guard, all right, carry on. And they move. They just move away from you and start carrying on with their task of extinguishing the lanterns.
And Emily is sort of gonna stop there and sit down and look at it for a few minutes, and then sort of, when it's obvious there's no one around, she's gonna collapse it and basically put the dirt back in the garden.
No problem.
And stay sitting in the rain.
So Adok, what you wanted to do, are you going to tell anyone else that you're going to do it, or are you just going to try and do that on your own? So roll a stealth check if you're wanting to be secretive.
Yeah, I didn't get very well. I got a 9.
So everyone that's in that same room, because you were all in the same room sleeping. So Karnos, Skathis, Fibble, and Zadriel. I need you all to roll a perception check for me, please. If you roll higher than a 9, you will see. Well, you will not so much see because you'll be all stirring about the same time by this stage, I think. So you would probably either hear or see Adok get up and leave before everyone else. Zadriel.
I rolled a 15.
15. Karnos with an 8. So Karnos, you don't notice Adok. Zadriel, you do. Skathis.
17.
You do. And Pimplestep.
Same as my passive, 12.
You also see Adok. I'd say you're probably more likely to hear him and would stir you, and you probably would see him if you were to take notice. But he is up and is heading out of the room. Whether you say or do anything at this point is up to you.
Wait a minute, so he's leaving alone?
He's getting up and leaving alone from the room, yeah.
So Adok, we're meant to go places together. What are you off to?
You sound like Sadiq, not Fibble.
Sorry. he's just woken up. So yeah.
I'll forgive you.
That is very true, Fibblestib. Although, if you have a look around the room, now I'm trying to be quiet, so I don't want to wake up everyone. One of us, I'll let you have a guess, is missing. Starts with an E.
She's always been in a room on her
completely
own.
different room,
Yeah.
dude.
Since I had a 15, I was gonna wake up anyways,
Yep.
and I wanted to go to Emilia's door, so I don't know if I'm gonna pass you guys talking.
Probably.
I'm just gonna let you guys talk.
Yeah, I know she's in her room, but I heard her walking downstairs. Now, she's gone by herself somewhere, so I'm just going to, keep an eye out for her. I had an interesting conversation with someone about her, so just making sure she's up to nothing evil.
What did he say?
Oh, what?
Well, it's pretty simple. Yesterday I told you that, Zadriel has the ability to detect if people are evil and you.
I know.
2 and 2 equals 4.
Yeah, I know, but there's...
Zadriel, you can hear that too, by the way. I mean, you're pretty much up and standing there, and you're in the same room, so...
I'm probably
I'm gonna
getting
take a
my
look
armor on.
Yeah.
Does anyone else look like they're awake?
Skathis is probably turned looking at you guys. I don't know if he's up, but he's definitely watching and listening.
As per usual, Karnos has drunk too much last night.
Yeah, Karnos probably does wake later than anybody else because he did have a very active dream sometime during the evening, so he probably is a little bit more tired than everyone else.
All right, well, look. I don't want to be the one to let the cat out of the bag, but apparently Emilia might have some sort of fiendish, devilish sort of thing inside of her that might or may not kill us all at some point. Not my words. Zadriel's.
Look, I have thought about this last night, and I thought about my tenants, and I'm going to talk to Emilia. I don't think that she is. I don't think she is evil. It would be the same as Karnos judging you as a goblin for the wrong reasons.
Well, I mean, Karnos was pretty just with his judgments. I mean, we do a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. I understand, but I mean, having something, the way you put it, that could potentially kill us all sort of makes me worried a little bit. And she keeps wandering off and doing weird shit still.
Yeah, I think I am going to remedy that when I talk to her.
We're going to put a bell on her neck.
No.
That could work,
Hey,
actually.
I could also, before we go to bed, put an alarm on her door so if she opens it, it wakes us all up.
Look, you guys work out the contraptions, and I will. I'm going to head down.
Not a contraption, spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oogity boogity.
Oh, you know Booyag as well, Fibble. I didn't know you knew that. Bit
Yeah,
of
I
goblin
know.
magic.
I know Yug Boo, not Boo Yug.
What's Yag Boo? Is that like? Never heard of that before.
It's slightly more stronger than, yeah. But it's okay.
All right. I'd like to see some of this Yag Boo. Sometime.
Yug Boo. I did Yug Boo on Karnos yesterday, defrosting something of his.
Oh, so that's like what your gnomes call your magic. See, us
Yeah.
goblins call it Booyag.
Yeah, well, yeah. You stole it from us anyway, so don't make it.
Oh. Shit, we may have. You live longer than us. Fuck.
We've been
I hope
around.
not.
Well, yeah, we don't care. Humans stole it from us too, and they call it magic.
Yeah, the humans have got no idea what it is. Magic. What the fuck is that word? It sounds quite.
If anything, it's chaos. Chaos.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I miss Nomengard. You had to watch what you cast there because weird shit would happen. That's how this happened. Just never went away. All right, food.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look, well, yeah. Zadriel, I guess if you're going to go find Emilia, I won't worry about it. I'll just wait here for a bit then.
Thank
Do we
you.
want to wake up Karos first? Or do I shave half his head?
I saw nothing. I'm going to leave.
Do you reckon we could singe like half his hair or something?
And I do, or just cut half, like cut. So yeah, it's like balance. Just cut half.
While these guys are talking about this, I'm just gonna walk out.
Just take one finger width away from one side, so he doesn't even really notice it.
I like where you're going. All right. You good with a dagger? I'm going to hand it out.
I got one.
Oh, sweet.
Actually,
All right.
I think this is yours, and it needs sharpening, but I don't have a stone.
It's all right. We'll deal with it later, but we'll go. Let's just quietly try and cut a bit of Karnos' hair off.
Well, no, we'll do it next time he's been drinking.
Oh. Put him in now. Don't want to do it now.
No, and if we can go looking for some shears, so it does a better job. Because dagger, no, might probably wake him up or rip his hair out, one of the two.
Yeah, he seems pretty handy with an axe, so might not want to get on his backside.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, speaking of axe, I have to make modification to his.
And it's
Oh,
about
yeah.
this point, Kanos, you start to stir.
Strahd, fuck off. What? Oh, hi guys.
Who's this off girl?
What now?
You told Strahd to fuck off. Who's this off girl?
All right. Karnos just looks around for his gear and he starts quickly putting on his armor and stuff while he's talking. He's like, I need to get you guys all together and we need to have a little chat.
Well, Zadriel and Scathus have left. God knows where Emilia is.
This is a problem. This is very important. I had a talk with Count Strahd in the evening, and I think we all need to talk about what he said and maybe figure something out.
How'd you talk to Strahd?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but he was here last night. Well, not in the room. He was in the inn.
Because he couldn't be in the room.
Are you sure it wasn't a dream?
I'm pretty sure.
What a dream is?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had a few dreams before, especially when I've had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the picture. A lot of drink.
Are you counting capsule bottles?
Well, usually bottles, yeah. That's not the point. No, the point is he was here. I went out on the balcony. He beckoned me down into the inn. We sat at each end of a table, and he spoke with me. And I mean, I don't want to repeat myself. We probably should all get together. You can decide if you believe me or not then.
to our breakfast time is now, so
A good idea. And as he's clipping his flask to his side, he does not take a drink from either flask.
Okay. So with that, the three of you organise yourselves and head out to find the others. So we'll just briefly switch over to the others. So, Adok, yes?
I wouldn't. I would try and stay behind.
You're still going to try and do what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so Skathis is already gone. Emilia is gone. Emilia is outside still. Skathis and Zadriel have gone. So Philbison and Karnos, you prepare yourselves and get ready to leave. How are you going to explain staying behind, Adok? So I'm assuming that these two would probably wait for you to go as well.
Oh yeah. Firstly, I'll follow him. I head outside, and as I'm going outside, I'm just about. Oh shit! You know what? I forgot about Look, it's this. I know I keep talking about it, but it's another goblin ritual that I've got to do. Usually do it every morning before like you guys wake. Look, it'll take like 5 minutes. I've got to do it before I can do anything else. I'll be right back. All right?
No, well, I will follow you up to the room and make sure you're not alone.
and
All right.
I've got to cast the alarm on the door to make sure no one's messing with our stuff.
Right, so I can just stay outside the room if it's a ritual you have to do on your own, but as long as one of us is near, right?
Well, no, I can do my thing from outside and let him play with himself in here.
Oh, so either. All right.
Ritual.
Yeah. No. Of course. Absolutely. That's fantastic. Absolutely great. That's.
Hang on a minute.
Great.
Which one of you has my axe?
Well, I do.
He'll got it.
If you're not going to work on it right now, can I have it for the day in case we get attacked? I have a bad feeling.
Yeah. Well, that would be back at the room. That was.
Okay, so all right, yeah. Well, if you guys are going there, can you bring it back for me?
We haven't left the room, have we?
Yeah, you're in the hallway.
Yeah, we're in the hallway.
Well, you're on the balcony outside the door, so you would have gotten to probably the stairwell by the time Adok decided he wanted to go back. And so as you all head back towards the room, Adok, you're able to go into the room by yourself. Karnos and that stay out of the room. What are you going to attempt to do now?
I'm just gonna prance around and be like, oh, for fuck. And then, alright, I guess, ooh, ba ya 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 ya. Ooh, ba ya 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 ya. I like to come inside the room, like, fuck, I just do this a couple of things. Ooh, ba ya 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 ya. Just for like a couple of minutes, then walk back and be like, alright, it's done. Here's your axe, Karnos. People, let's go downstairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Karnos.
Need some more time because your ritual only took 5 minutes and I need 10.
Great. You stay by that room. Karnos, I'm going to head downstairs, yes?
Were the others right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got to get a drink.
I'm not leaving Fibble alone, but yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Right, so with that, Adok, you leave those two and head to the stairs, which leads to the exterior of the inn. So for briefly, we'll switch back over to Zadriel and Skathis. As you guys, Zadriel, you get to the stairs first and head outside. Skathis isn't far behind you. But as you get to the top of the stairs, you do see Emilia out by the well. She's in plain sight of the inn. I think by this point, she's probably getting ready. Probably the effigy's probably still up there. You probably see the guard turn and walk away from her. And you'll probably approach her at this point. And the effigy's probably still up. Imagine.
So I'm approaching her as she's gonna start crumbling it
Probably,
down, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah. Emilia, what is this?
Well, I had this idea, right? Someone saw something last night. I figured if I made a sculpture that looked, well, I'm not going to say similar because my performance check was absolutely terrible. Looks like an angel, and then I had people see it, then I could say that I made another one last night as well. And that way, nobody's going to come after you. And that is my gift to you.
That is beautiful. Thank you. That is very clever, actually. I never would have thought of that. I was thinking last night about my tenants because I had a talk to Adok last night and what I should do, because I've been thinking about you turning into a wolf and the wolf mask, and you're saying you have a surrogate family in the forest. And are you a werewolf?
No.
You're a vampire?
I was trying to make you think I was a werewolf, which is sort of a defense mechanism that I've always relied on, because people don't like to talk to werewolves, which is why I wear the mask, and which is why I try and stop people from talking to me.
I have thought it over all night, and I have come to the conclusion that my oath is to protect the light of my sun and your moon, of the light in everyone and anyone who needs help. And clearly, you need a friend and companion. So I will be your cavalry. I will be your hero. And if you lean on me, I will bear the weight of your burden, because that is what I've sworn to do. But I don't think we should keep it secret. We should bear it together.
So you think I should tell the rest of the group about what lives within me?
Yes, and I will defend you.
I see. To be fair, there is only 2 people in the last several years that I have come clean with what lives within me and told people about that. To be fair, I usually try and drive people away from me. You're one of these 2 people that I've come clean about, and the other has a similar sort of condition, but I won't go into that.
Well, it is up to you. But Atak already knows that something is up, unfortunately, because of me. And
frankly, I think Carnos is onto it as well, and I don't think that the other 2 are idiots. They're going to work it out eventually anyway. So maybe it is right that I tell them.
By this time, Skatus, you would probably be hitting. You guys in conversation would see Skatus coming over if that is where Skatus is going. If he's going to join the other 2, you're not. Where is Skatus heading as you descend the stairs?
Dining hall.
It is not open yet. It is too early.
Oh, come on, guys. You woke up that early?
The doors of the inn are still closed.
All right. Head over to them. And what do I hear?
You probably would have. I mean, it's up to you guys whether you stop talking as Skathis approaches, because you would see him approach.
I do not stop talking. I'd finish my sentence. And
So you probably would have come
Emily
in.
will probably see it before
Yeah,
me.
definitely. So you probably come in on the end of Zadriel's last sentence.
I can't remember what
I don't either.
Basically, you've said that you will defend Emilia.
I will defend you. No one should be alone. There you go. All right.
Well, I suppose if we're going to talk and the inn is not open yet, maybe we should go back upstairs.
Maybe.
Overheard.
I was thinking about these cards. We don't know where else to go next. I do believe the person that gave us the reading said we could always come back and have another one, but she is gone. I think I might ask around about the cards when we get a chance to. So I'm going to go up to my room for a little bit, I think.
And I would imagine by this point, Adok, you would now be reaching the top of the stairs and coming down the stairs. Well,
Yeah, I would just keep walking down.
Yep.
Just you would see a clearly, if anyone looked, clearly disgruntled look on Haddock's face though.
Oh, he does not wake up happy, does he? Well, are you coming with me, Emilia? I feel like you should not be left alone.
I'll come back upstairs. There's no point in being out here if nothing's open yet.
Is Haddock still? I mean, not Haddock.
Skathis is still
Fibblesib?
with Fibble's at the top of the stairs with at the door with Karnos. Have probably by this stage finished the ritual. The alarm has been set, and as you guys turn and start heading towards the stairs, you would probably see Emilia and Zadriel return to the catwalk. Skathis as well if you follow. Haddock probably doesn't follow. I'm assuming Haddock probably stays downstairs because he's a bit pissed off. But you do see the others coming back your way.
People, what are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
I was going to go in the room, but you are wiring it for something.
It's
Oh,
a-
I'm just
I
put
thought it was like
alarm
a
on the
trap.
door. No, I just put the alarm on the door so that, if someone messes with our shit, we know about it.
Such a good idea, really.
What about Emilia's room?
Well, give me another 10 minutes, I can put it on her door too.
Zadriel, what? Are you coming up here on your own? Well, I mean, you were on your own.
Skathis and Emilia are with her.
Oh, they all together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, following up.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if we could have a room that just had one door there. I don't know.
Do I
Is
know?
it?
I didn't notice it was too early for everything open, just Skathis, right?
He's the one that knows that the doors to the inn was still locked because he went to go into the inn and they were still locked.
So we could just stand there at the top of the thing and look until the part would go across.
Pretty much.
Um,
Pretty much.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but is Haddock not with you?
He went down the stairs with a very funny look on his face. Did you guys do something to him? Or...
I think we interrupted his morning ritual.
He said he was going to catch up with you guys, though. Does that mean, hang on, 1, 2, 3... He's on his own.
He didn't catch up with us at all. He went by.
This isn't good. Someone needs to catch up with him and make sure he's not on his own. I want to catch up with everyone at breakfast. I'll be right back. We can't let him be on his own. And Carlos
then
takes
you'll
off.
be on your own.
Oh, crap. One
Take Skathis with you.
of you come with me, Skathis.
Yeah, take Skathis. He's got long legs.
Are you happy to come with me, Skathis? We'll go and make sure he's all safe. Excellent. And Carlos heads off down the stairs.
And when they piss off, I'm going to look at Zadriel and go, "Hey Z, do you feel that this place is just wrong?
What do you mean?
Everything is just wrong. Like I was reading this, and I pull out the tome, and I go, everything's just wrong."
Oh. What are you
Right
looking
hand. And then I hand it to Z and say, "You should read this."
at? Oh. Well, I'll take the book. And I will start to read it. And I will start by saying the first lines, which are, "I am the ancient, I am the land."
You're muted,
You are
Cam.
muted.
My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia. and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. There came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others. A rare beauty, who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother. Also, her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother. But when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name. Death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with Vol, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood, his divinity. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain. And a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have learned much too about this land of Barovia. Ancient are its ways, ancient beyond the knowledge of the simple folk of the valley. The ancient saints dwelt in this valley long before my coming, and 3 hidden fanes still give tribute to their memories. I visited the swamp fane, the forest fane, and the mountain fane, and claimed their power for my own. Their servants now serve me, and thus I have become the land. I have often also hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp. She escapes me. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs so that none may disturb me, and so that my search for Tatiana shall continue.
So that my search for Tatiana can continue. That is quite a lot of information.
As I said, it's just wrong. Like, we need to find this sword, for one. And, all the other stuff.
We did not tell anyone else we have this, did we? I don't think we should let people know.
We found it in the top of the bone grinder. Oh, I found it. But yeah. But I think Karnos and Skathis should know.
What?
Did you read it out loud, Zadriel?
Yeah, we read it out loud, so they are right here.
So
But
Karnos, Skathis, and Emilia would all have heard that.
Carlos and Skathos headed out to follow Adolf.
Oh,
so
you
he
did
wasn't
too,
alone.
yes. So it'd be just Emilia.
Yeah.
Oh, they probably should know.
So Karnos and Skathis should know, but I don't know about Adok. He's acting a bit weird.
I love that dog. He is an adorable little goblin. Why would you not?
This morning, his ritual. Something about it. He was very, he tried to sneak out of the room. Even though he said that, we should stick together. And then, once we said, okay, no worries, we'll do it, not, and then he's left, and then he just left. So, something dodgy.
Seems he's doing everything that I get blamed for.
Does
Yeah, but
anyone
you
want?
do.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
What was that,
You got
Zadriel?
potty?
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom if he was all disgruntled in the morning and running out the door.
If you got to go punch out a little goblin, why don't you just
What
say?
the heck? People.
And with that, we will switch over to Adok, who's outside by himself. There are a few people around, not too many. What is Adok doing?
I'm gonna be sitting there pacing backwards and forwards. For fuck's sake, Karnos, I was trying to do the fuck, but then you had to. Fuck you. Alright, I think, Adok, maybe there's another way. A window. Maybe there's a window. Yeah, I'll just have a look for another entrance. Right, I'm gonna try and look around the building to see if there's another.
You're at the
Wait.
front of the building at the moment, and as you look up, you do see there are windows, because there's two rooms that would be facing in the front of the inn, and the room that you guys are in, your windows around the side of the inn. So you do see some windows on the second level. It's like you've got a thatched roof, but you've got a window, first story, a little bit of a thatching, like it's maybe a meter wide. Then you got windows that jut out from the thatching, and it goes up to the next level, which would have then the roof on top. So it's almost like it's not really a balcony, but there would be somewhere to climb up if you had the skill to do so, if that's what you're looking at doing. There's a drain pipe. It's a fairly well-made building.
Right. Yeah, I'll just do a quick scale around the outside of the building, if I can.
Yep. As you head round the side and round towards the back, roll a perception check to see because you're looking for some way to scale to the top.
Yeah, like
Or
something
to
that
that
might
next
help, or
level,
even,
that would be a little bit easier. Okay.
even just like a ladder or something, or like
Okay.
steps.
Roll
I got a 14.
14. You don't find steps or a ladder. I mean, it's not like there is a top tier that you can get from the outside, but round the back of the inn, which is where there's a bit of a stable area as well, you do find a pile of crates which lead up onto the stable roof, which from there it's only like a 2 foot, sort of 2 feet to then the next level of the inn, which would put you on the right level of the first. You'd have to go round the top of the inn, but you would definitely be able to get onto the roof, or onto that part of the roof. It is raining, not heavily, but it would be a little slippery. You would definitely be making some skill checks to get up there, but you can definitely get up there if you wish.
Yeah, I would just clock that and keep it on memory for now.
Okay.
It's definitely not, because I saw Skathis and Zadriel and Emilia walk back up.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll just clock it and then walk back to the front
No
and
problem.
go to head up the stairs. Yeah.
So yeah, as you walk back around the front, as you get wrapped around the side, Skathis and Karnos are descending the stairs towards the outside.
Oh, hey, there you are. I thought we said no one to be hanging out on their own. Where are you off to?
Oh yeah, like I'm not really sure. Memory's sort of a bit fuzzy. Listen, well, I mean, Skathis is already here, so might as well. He's heard it before. I had that chat with Emilia. Well, I got some information about it. Might not need the holy water.
Okay.
Yeah, so Zadriel's got this ability to sort of like detect evil or fiendish sort of things, right?
She has? That's pretty cool. She has a funny few abilities, I think.
Yeah. But I met another person like that, so, you know, they exist. It's weird.
What
But,
kind of monster do you think she is?
I don't know. Zadriel didn't tell me that. It's just...
No, what kind of monster do you think Zadriel is?
Oh, no, it's just like, you know, like a paladin. They can all do it.
Oh, right. I thought maybe she was like a doppelganger in guise of something else. Yeah, I was starting to wonder about her too. Are you sure? A paladin?
Yeah. Don't know what a doppelganger is, but sure. It could be that. Never know. But Emilia, I didn't manage to get the holy water on her. I did try to do it this morning, though. You did... Oh, hello, Skathis. I'm not talking... Anyway, moving on. Emilia... Zadriel said that Emilia has this evil thing that's inside her that probably will kill us all if it's let out or loses control or some shit. So, there you go.
Skathis, do you know anything about this? He's shaking
Great
his head.
communication, Skathis.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
So hang on. So she's got something inside her that if it gets out will kill us all.
Yeah.
What would you eat that would do that?
I mean, I don't know. Could be possession, could be like a demon, could be...
So then we just have to put it down. That's, I mean...
Whoa! Well, I mean, maybe not put it down. It's, you know...
I mean, she's gonna need to be... If she's got something in her that can kill us, that'll ruin our quest. So we need to... You hold her, I'll chop her head off.
No, but like, she's... Yeah, I mean, yes, no.
Well, maybe I'll hold her and Skathis, you chop her head off.
No, but like, she hasn't done anything evil. Skathis, like, she's doing weird shit, don't get me wrong, which makes me think that maybe she's working for this evil entity, like possession, but she hasn't, like, I feel like murdering is just a bit... Skathis, what do you reckon? Come on, talk, mate. No, but like we need your decision, not like why are you putting up two ends? Like,
I guess he's right, Skathis. I'm one end of the extreme. He's the other end of the extreme. We need a middle ground. What say you?
We go to talk to her.
Go talk to her. Which one? Zadriel or Emilia? Emilia.
We'll go talk to both.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we should force her to drink the holy water as well and see like what's inside her.
Talk first, then we'll see.
I mean, you're right, Scathus. I mean, I wanted to chop off your head too, Adolf, and they stopped me, and it's probably good that they did, because you're not really so bad after all, right? Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still... The jury's out still, but, you know, we're getting on better. All right. Scathus, you're right. You lead the way, you do the talking. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you carry on, Scathus.
Let's go back upstairs to where they all are, and we'll confront them with the information.
Right. Let's do it.
Before we chop their heads off.
But I do like I mean, if it's evil, chop his head off. I do like that option. But before we do that, I have news for everyone anyway. So let's go up, talk to them over breakfast. Let's do it nice and socially.
Yes.
No, I was just gonna, as we're walking out, I'm like, Scathus, you have a beautiful voice. Has anyone ever said that? You should talk more often. It sounds wonderful. Not really, like it does, don't you think, Carnos? It's got to be like you sing.
Yeah, it does have a nice voice. It rings like, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like demons on the wind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignoring
Demons
what
on the
you
wind.
said, just going up.
Oh,
Oops, I was muted that whole time. on both on the stream. Damn it. The inner's opening. Yes, the opening is the inner's opening, and everyone will notice the three on the outside and the three on the inside.
In that case, I turn from the stairs going up and go to the front. Because I'm assuming they'll come down anyway.
Well, it's up to them. So we'll switch back over to Zadriel, Emilia, and Fibbleston.
Well, Feeble, I think we should talk more about this later. But by the way, Emilia is under my protection, so do with it what you will. I don't expect you to follow me, but I feel like we might have a altercation argument soon. What do you say?
She's in your so you trust her?
She goes to the bathroom with me from now on. Let's put it like that, huh? Yes, I trust her.
Typical female behavior.
Hmm.
So you trust her?
Yes,
Why?
because she has a light inside her that needs protecting, and she has done nothing but good for us so far. And I have shown her my, and she has protected that secret. So,
Okay. I guess I can help too.
okay. I guess we should go down, or they're going to be suspicious.
Why? We're all together. They walked off.
They
That's
are kind of.
suspicious.
They are. Adok is kind of acting suspicious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should we confront them?
We don't know where they've gone.
Good point. Where did Adok go?
Yeah.
I think this place is fucked with his head.
There's too many people that are little running around. I cannot find them all. It's very irritating. I'm going downstairs for some coffee.
Alright, so Emilia and Fibble following Zadriel.
Yes.
So as you guys start heading your way back out to the exterior stairwell, pretty much as you said, Adok, as you guys started to head up the stairwell, they're coming down the stairwell, and you would have heard the indoors open, so you know the inn's opening. So all of you would now sort of come together at the exterior stairs on the outside of the inn.
Oh, hey, hi, there you are.
Yeah.
So, let's go. Now,
Yeah.
you've got something to say about your undying love to Emilia.
Oh, it does.
Are you talking to me or Zadriel?
You.
Right, that's no, I've got news over breakfast, something that's very important. Let's all have breakfast before, and I can tell you my news first.
Okay, let's go.
So do you all enter the inn for breakfast, coffee? You find yourself at your usual table, which seems to you when you first got there, you sort of kind of had to put two tables together to fit you all, because all the tables were like square with sort of 4 seats. So you've added two together to put enough room. And it looks like Erwin and his wife Danica have pretty much left it that way since you guys are staying with them, and they've, as you enter, they both greet you. Danica then heads back towards the kitchen. Erwin waves you over to the table where you guys have normally been seated, and after maybe 10 or 15 minutes brings out a breakfast of sorts. It's almost like a hot oatmeal. There's goat's milk, there's coffee by 2 big coffee pots that have been sort of put onto the table as well. A series of cups have been given to you guys. It's not a flash breakfast, but it is serviceable, and it will definitely do you for the start of the day.
Right, so once everyone's sat down, Karnos will sort of let out a heavy sigh and say, right, I've got something to tell everyone. You ready for this?
You're really a woman.
First things first, Mr. Sturb, I must apologise. Yesterday, I'm not really sure what was happening, but your lady Zadriel gave me a kiss. I totally don't know where it came from, and I tried not. I don't think I kissed back at all.
I am not his lady.
We're friends. You know that thing that people have, a friendship.
He is a family. His family.
Oh,
We are not with. Yeah, no.
oh, that's. I thought you guys were.
It's like a
you know.
great grandfatherly. Yeah,
She's
no.
way too young for me.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, I don't know what the fuck that was happening yesterday. Nonetheless,
She does that.
Right. Secondly, last night I was visited by Strahd. Sweet, no one stabbed me yet. I don't know how. Yeah.
Doesn't he need permission? No, some vampires need permission. Come.
Well, I mean, it was
Uh,
in a dream, so
Well, no.
Well,
I know we were all in the same room.
Yeah,
so
no, he
yeah.
Well, I got up out of the
couldn't
room.
have come into the room. We would have
No.
known that.
No, I got up out of the room and grabbed a dagger because I felt I seen him, and then it may have been a vision or a dream. I don't know, but it was very real.
you went off alone.
Well, no one else came running. Yeah, you're right. I did. Maybe it is a
felt
dream.
you felt compelled to. That's one thing you do remember it quite vividly, and you felt compelled to get up and walk out. You almost didn't have control.
He's very convincing. It was almost like he magically grasped my soul and drew it towards him. Nonetheless, he says he's not what we think he is. He says he wants to free everyone. I asked him about Mirabelle. I mean, I tried to stab him, and he made me with the force of some strong magic or his mind or something. He made me sit down at the end of the table and put my dagger down. I could not stab him. But he says Mirabelle is alive and free. I didn't really get an exact on what free means, but he wants us to get rid of the Baron. He hates how the people have been trapped here, Zadriel. I thought you would appreciate that.
Strahd is a vampire. He's a fiend.
I understand this. Adok is a goblin.
Adok
And
is not
speaking
a
of
fiend.
things,
Also, Adok, you're okay with Strahd saying he's not what he thinks he is, but when I say Emily is not what you think she is, it's all bad?
well, you said it, not me, right? I'm just saying, speaking of fiends, that's all I said. That's all I said. Catch out of the bag now, Emilia. What you gonna say? Right, what the fuck
Right.
are you?
You're right. I'm secretly a goldfish.
There you go.
Fiend.
Deep inside there's something fishy.
Look, Emilia, we will get back to this Strahd talk in a moment, but Emilia, I am trying my utmost best right now to stop Karnos from chopping your head off. So you better give us a good explanation.
He can try, but he will not get very far.
I think things are getting out of control here. I will only chop her head off if she was evil and against us.
She's not against us. She's helped us. She's
And
a
if-
pacifist.
Well, according to Strahd, he wants help to get the land back to its former glory. Now, if we're all so judgy of each other here and trying to say let's not judge each other, well, maybe let's not judge the Strahd fellow straight off the bat either. Don't get me wrong, I'm the first person who wants to chop his head off as well after taking Mirabelle, but he says if we talk to Lady Wachter, maybe get a grip on what the Baron's doing here, stop the Baron from enslaving and putting families in stocks, then he may be able to help us to get out of this place as well. Maybe even be able to help our man's sister over here.
There's an old saying in Namengard. The truth is a three-edged sword. There's his truth, their truth, and the truth. So you're saying that the Baron is bad, going via Strahd. Is that the truth, though?
You're not wrong, but however, I know I have already come to the conclusion that the Baron is bad.
I don't know. Like, you're basing the fact that by people being put in the stocks for saying something against him, but you don't know what they said.
That is true, but when you try to ask about it, you get pushed away. That is not how you run. Well, it's not how a place should be run. You should be able to question, and you should be able to. I mean, laws aren't just for the whim of some man to say, "Hey, this is a new law. Now put that family of kids in stocks."
Also, if we are going to judge by actions, Emilia has done nothing but help us and heal us and protect us. And Strahd has killed, several people trying to bite, and we are protecting Irina from him. And they seem nice.
I didn't have a chance to ask him about Irina and the biting, but from what he says, he is not guilty of all the things they accuse him of. Hence, exactly what Adok says and exactly what Emilia says. Or should I get her fucking name right sometimes? That would be really good. Emilia. I apologise if I have wrongfully judged you, Adok, or even you, Zadriel. However,
Down, cat.
if we are saying, let's not wrongfully judge each other, then let's not wrongfully judge this Strahd that we barely know. Let's do the detective work.
That is a very wise decision to do about Strahd, but we also sort of skipped over what Emilia is.
Okay, yeah, truth. Cards on the table. What are you, Emilia?
cards on the table. I am human, but I'm not the only soul within my body. If you believe that. Sorry.
Possession, right.
Yeah. I'm not possessed as such. It's just there. And it will remain there until a specific date, at which that date it will stop existing. I can't say what the date is.
So you're a prison.
Do you know the date?
I do know the date.
Is it coming up soon?
It is a few months away.
Huh.
After that date, it will cease to exist.
Do you
But-
know the soul?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning by saying I wasn't quite saying it right. It is not a soul, it is a beast.
Right. Does this beast take over?
This beast can only take over if I die.
Are you sure you're not a werewolf?
I'm not
No,
Will.
she's a prison.
I think Mr. Fibble might be right.
Maybe it's just me being paranoid, but I feel like Emily is very good with mincing words. Zadriel, you know that little circle that you do that makes you want to just spit shit out?
No, it makes you spit shit out because, you don't.
All right. No, that's a
Um,
good idea. I cast
Oh,
the zone
shit.
of truth on the table.
Oh,
All of
Okay.
us.
Everyone
Now.
at the table who wishes to attempt to not be within the zone of truth, what is the save, please, Zadriel? I think it's wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma. Charisma save. DM me your spell DC, Zadriel. Don't say it out loud. Just DM,
Okay.
DM it to me in Skype. Just hold your numbers at the moment, guys. Wait till I get this message.
So it's charisma saving, is it?
The charisma save, yes. Not a check, a save. So, Kanos, your save, please.
16 plus 2 is 18.
18. Skathis.
19.
Bibblestep.
I have nothing to hide.
So you're going to not take the save? Adok.
Yep.
Yeah, 18.
18.
Fuck.
Emilia.
7.
So, you've heard those numbers, Zadriel. You will know who has failed and who has succeeded based on that. Emilia, you must tell the truth. You don't have to. You can dance around it. Again, mincing words, but you cannot lie. Whatever you say has to be 100% truthful. So just bear that in mind when you reply to any question that's asked. The rest of you, however, except for Fibble, who chose not to take the save, you are also compelled to tell the truth. Karnos, Skathis, and Adok, you all made the save. So therefore, you are not under the influence of this spell. Zadriel, you know, with the way the spell's cast, you know who has failed and who has saved.
Would she also know who didn't bother to try saving?
Yes,
Yeah.
she will. So you will know that the three of your companions attempted to resist and were able to. You know one that tried to resist and failed miserably, and one that did not. And you know who they are, so you know that Fibble. I mean, Fibble's your friend. He's got nothing to hide. You know pretty much everything about him anyway. So, but that will give you again some more information for you specifically as a character. So, the spell has cast. Emilia, you feel pressure on your mind, and you now are compelled to tell the truth for 10 minutes or an hour, isn't it? So for the next hour,
10 minutes.
it is 10 minutes. Okay, so for the next 10 minutes, I'll be right back. You still got to BRB for a little while. About 10 minutes, which is really good. And the rest of you are fine. So carry on.
What is it you all want to ask?
I need to go to the toilet. See you later.
Emilia? It will be okay.
All right. First thing I just want to say is, are you actually here to help us?
I'm not here to end you. I don't have a path, and you laid one before me. So technically, yes.
That's fair.
Sketos, are you ever going to talk?
When needed.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, what specifically is inside you? Because you said it's a spirit, now you're saying it's a beast, now it's like what is it?
It's an undead creature.
Carlos, have you got that axe ready?
No.
I said yes. I have the axe ready, but I don't have it ready for anything here right now, because this is good. I think we're making headway.
Next question, why did you not tell us the truth? Why do you mince your words?
You see that big guy with the big axe? You know who goes around like slaying things that he deems to be evil? If I told you this right away, I think each one of you would probably try to kill me.
Whoa. Yeah, fair. But like, you've been with us for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I use the werewolf mask to scare off people who might want to hurt me. To trick people into thinking I'm a werewolf. That was all true. And the whole thing about Karnos was all true too. The way I told you the other night, just so you know.
Oh no, I fully believe that, don't worry.
I'm an antisocial person. I tend to not spend a lot of time around other people. And being near people who may cause a threat to me is not something I tend to like.
I just wanted to add here, we're all in this, and I guess we don't, Carlos doesn't know who's affected and who it hasn't, so he's just going to slap it out there. I was visited by Strahd last night in a dream or in a vision. Have the rest of you been visited by Strahd?
I have.
No,
No? Just
you have.
just Emilia.
Strahd can sense what's inside me and came to introduce himself. And he was very gentlemanlike. And we danced all night long. And then he buggered off.
Sounds like a typical man.
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on, it's not just me. That's two of us. Anyone else?
He did walk Maribel.
Did he come to you in a dream too?
Yes, he came to me in a dream. When we were in the house in the first town, I can't remember if Barovia is the name of the town or the name of the land.
The land.
Okay, what was the first town we were in? The one where we met Ismark and Irina.
Okay. Did he tell you anything specific about what he was doing?
No, he just wanted to meet me.
This worries me.
Are you loyal to us or are you loyal to Strahd?
I'm loyal to an attractive man who wants to take me home and marry me.
There you go, Carnos. We're safe.
Hey, Carlos.
So
Awesome.
nice to know that in this zone of truth, Zadriel and Fibble both answer to me as an attractive man. Now, just, I think it's very, I mean, okay, it's under spell duress, but it's very good of you to tell us that he's visited you also. Are you going to run off with the next attractive man that comes along?
Oh, he treats me better than you treated me yesterday.
What did I do to you yesterday?
Well, you said something that really offended me. I can't remember what it was off the wing.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
the way, buddy.
I know what it was. I will repeat.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were walking away from the church, and you said that you'd love to tap that, but you could never do that for some reason.
I don't know if you said you're too old for me or...
Oh, wait a minute. That's when
I think it
when
was, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I said you'd tap that and you disagreed.
Something about a ginger. Something.
Oh, right, yeah, no. Look, I don't feel like I'm being affected by this spell, but I want to tell you guys something right now. I am incapable of marital affairs. Right, this is me being honest.
What?
I see, and
You can't father children.
Exactly, Mr. Steb. I cannot. I don't have...
No junk in the trunk?
I don't work the same way as other people.
Well, we can fix
are
that.
you not...
You going to give him a brace, people?
No, but we can put a little pump on it. No.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to know the logistics.
What? Am I the only one that sort of just also heard that Strahd sent something in Emilia? Emilia's got something that's undead in her. So, Emilia, how did you get this undead thing inside of you? As much as I do want to fix Carnos's like semen problem.
Ignoring the question, he's just going to go back to Baz. She's just saying, so, Carnos, so does the fact that you're not like us mean that you're not human?
No, I am 100% human. I just had an accident which destroyed much of that area.
Oh. Okay, that's more than I needed to know. But
So, wait a minute. Can you provide for your family?
Well, yeah, because I don't have a family, because I can't fucking make one, can I?
Well, you don't have to make a family to have a family.
Well, right, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm out here being a hero so I can help other people because I don't have a family myself.
Everyone's got to have someone.
I kind of don't really have anyone anymore. I'm at that age where my parents have passed on and I didn't have kids because of accident.
Have you ever heard of a thing called adoption?
I'm kind of happy throwing my blade at creatures and beasts that, hinder our countries.
Adult could be your child.
No. You not hear that Emilia just skipped past the whole thing about the undead question?
Emilia,
I agree, Adolf. Let's back to Emilia.
do you feel that Strahd is attracted to the undead part of you or the you?
so when you say that you're not capable of having children,
Emilia.
No, yeah, see, you're doing that thing again.
I just want to know, is this something you actively practice or...
I will happily talk about it, exactly what happened, and tell everyone the minute we have your answer.
Sorry, I missed the question. I was too busy talking over people.
Well, let me repeat it again.
Do you think Strahd is more interested in the thing inside you than you.
I think Strahd's interested in me because I am a beautiful girl.
Well, okay.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. No one's questioning your beauty and whatever. Are we, Zadru? Are we, Skathis? Skathis, you especially. What say you, Skathis? You are a level-headed thinker.
What am I asking? What am I telling?
Well, she's that lovely lady. No one's questioning that. What is your opinion on this undead thing inside her?
You know, Emilia, Irina is very beautiful too. Doesn't that not bother you?
She is. She's very beautiful. She's a very nice person.
Yes, I feel like you are a pawn. You do not want to be a pawn. You deserve better.
Oh, Strahd is a player. He wants to have multiple girls. A harem.
If he is using you, there is a reason. Maybe he wants to tap into the thing inside of you, not into you.
No, I'd say he wants me.
Well, you said
we talking about?
you said this undead thing will be gone within what, 2-3 months?
I did say that.
Okay. So what we should do is in 2-3 months when it's gone, go have a chat with Strahd and then you'll have your answer.
My brain also does worry that Strahd came to you because he sensed like an undead thing. He's interested in Rat, right? And the only other person that he's came to see, apparently, is you, Carlos. And you got something. You got something.
He also has a dead thing.
Yeah, you have like. Are you feeling funny? Have you got something inside you as well?
But he also came and took Maribel too. So
Well, I mean, I don't have anything undead in me, if that's what you're getting at, Adok. Secondly...
But you just said you can't use your thingy.
No, it's just gone. It's not there. Surgically, you had to get it removed because it was crushed.
Well, you don't have a penis?
No, I don't. It's like a stump.
This is not relevant to the fact that Strahd is picking us off one by one.
How do you pee?
It's very difficult. That's why I don't go to the toilet with other people.
Can I have a look at it?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Especially while we're having breakfast.
Right, yeah, sorry, Zadro, you do have a point.
And
Right, me.
That will end the spell. It has been 10 minutes. It's just been 10 real minutes. So the spell has worn off. Emilia, you would know that the spell has worn off. You would no longer feel that pressure on your mind, and the compulsion to tell the truth is no longer there.
I slam my Warhammer down on the table. I'm like, you get the zone of truth for 10 minutes. You use it to talk about Kanos' day? Are you serious right now? This is the team I have to lead? You all are insane. And I'm going to walk off and pace across the bar waiting for the bartender to come.
You guys know why she's mad, right? It's because we didn't ask any questions to her.
And that's who will take 5 minutes, guys. Oh, that was awesome. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Give us 5 minutes. We're going to take a wee break, a drink break. We should be right back.
they didn't get it.
I'm
They
back
weren't going
online.
to get it ordered for another 3 days. So for 3 days, they had no veggie, no meat,
Damn.
feeding
Yeah.
80 people.
Fuck that.
Just rice and lentils.
Yeah, it was just basically stuff out of the freezer because that's all they had, just stuff out of the freezer.
Right,
And
chat,
some
we are
of-
back.
So, but yeah, he's told me some horror stories of offshore. Jesus.
There's going to be a lot of banging and crashing. Nutty's making a cuppa, so we won't start the show until she's finished that.
Yeah, I'm going to go quickly make a coffee while you do that because Baz is away anyway.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna-
shoot the shit for a
Let me
bit.
get some water.
So, chat, welcome. Hope you are enjoying the show. Apologise for the audio and video issues I've been having. I'm not sure what's causing it. I think the video was because I was trying something different with the video feed, which I've now switched back, so that should solve that problem. No, I'm not sure what it is, Blue Jay. I think it could be the age of my microphone. It could be a range of different things, but after New Year, I am going to be getting a small mixer, audio mixer, external audio mixer, USB interface, and be running a proper XLR microphone. So Carnos's wang broke it. Carnos don't have no wang, so it can't have broke it. I was wondering when Baz was going to give that out. I've known that for quite some time, so it was interesting that he chose that moment to talk about it.
Well, he wasn't under the spell, was he?
No, he was not.
And they all chose to believe it, and they used their zone of truth to talk to Carnos about something they know nothing, that he really is
They
telling the
screwed
truth
it
or
up.
not.
They could have got so much information out of him earlier that they just asked the right questions and kept on, but they chose to get sidetracked with Carnos's missing wang.
So they
saved my life.
As I said to Cam, has he watched the other VODs? I mean, come on, this is us.
Pretty much. So I've got a page of notes already for the end of show on moments that have come up already, and we've only been going for just over an hour and a half.
I stopped writing. I was like, oh, fucking hell, I'm not going to have enough room.
No, I'm pretty much done. Unless something really spectacular comes up in the next hour. It's like, holy shit.
Oh, it's just going to be dick talk for the next hour.
Oh, no, totally. Chat also, too, remember any of those moments that come up in the roleplay that you find hilarious or really cool or whatever, make sure you take a note at the end of the show when we go around and get the players to call out their particular bits and pieces. We'll get some from the chat as well. So, Silverion, what's up, dude? Welcome. Demon Guns is raiding with a party 7. Welcome, raiders. Appreciate you stopping by. My name is Evildoer. I am from New Zealand. We are a D&D, predominantly a D&D stream, but I do other stuff as well. Do some gaming from time to time, but mostly D&D. Every Wednesday and Sunday night we do D&D sessions. Tonight is our Curse of Strahd, our module session. So Wednesday nights have been reserved for doing D&D modules, the 5e modules. We're doing Curse of Strahd currently. On Sunday nights we're doing a homebrew campaign, which is nearing completion, however. So if you want to catch up on the VODs on that campaign, go to my YouTube, check it out. All the VODs from both campaigns are available on YouTube weekly. Go catch up with them and catch up with our stories. Just waiting for my cup of tea or my Milo, actually. I think I'd ask for a Milo. But welcome, raiders. Appreciate you stopping by. And we will be getting back to the story very, very, very shortly. We just took a short break to allow our players to get drinks and go wheeze. Visit the outhouse. And we'll get back to the weighing talk very shortly.
Yeah, we'll finally be granted permission to go to the toilet. Normally, we're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, normally you got to have your wee bottle and your shit bucket.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Normally I just pee in my seat.
Exactly.
Hey, Adolf's still wearing the Strahd name tag too, by the way, do you?
Oh, true, yes. I better change that, eh?
I mean, I could. You could just show up in the pub. Yeah.
He could do. But welcome, Raiders.
Oh, I cannot believe they wasted talking
10 minutes of Zone of Truth talking about Carnos's missing penis.
Hey, Carnos, who passed the spell. You know, even though you could probably just be telling us total bullshit, we're going to ask you questions under Zone of Truth anyway.
I mean, the only person that knew that
about your penis.
Well, the only person. The good thing about this is that it was well played, because the only person that knew who failed and passed was Zadriel. So,
yeah.
I mean, Adok tried to keep it on track twice.
He did, but Emilia did
That's
dodge
true.
your questions very well.
Yeah.
So, with that, we will welcome the Raiders once again. Demon Gund dropping in with the follow and the raid. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate the support. We will get back into the story. Yeah, guys, make sure you share the love too. Drop in and hit Demon Gund up with a follow as well. I'll be doing so at the end of the stream. So, the Zone of Truth spell ends. Emilia is no longer compelled to tell the truth. But you are all still sitting at breakfast. Most of your breakfast has probably been eaten. Coffee's been drunk. It has been sort of 10 or 15 minutes by this stage. But over to you guys to continue your conversation.
This is a lovely cup of tea. What? Happy gratitude to the chef. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Emily, I know you're not compelled. You can probably mince your words still again, and we can't really do much about it, but you did dodge a couple of things that we were saying, right? So we got out the fact that you got some undead sort of thing, and that Strahd is interested in you. All I really want to know, now look me in the face, look me in the eyes, are you going to hurt us? That's all I want to know.
I am not a danger to you. I am not a danger to you.
Can I roll? Can I check to see if she's telling the truth
Insight.
or lying, or?
Insight check. Emilia, if you are not being truthful, roll deception.
Nope.
I got a 1. That's 2 minus 1.
So you got a natural 2.
Yeah.
As far as you're aware, she's telling 100% the truth.
Oh,
Well,
back up.
it's good. I think that's a good thing. I think coming to breakfast and having this chat has been absolutely wonderful. We've got some shit out in the open, right? Zadriel, is there anything you'd like to tell us? You look quite upset.
Zadriel's pacing
Zadriel,
backwards and forwards at the bar.
Still pacing. I'm
I
just
mean, you
not
could definitely,
answering them.
yeah. So you're just going to ignore the question. Erwin returns to the bar. He's heard a few raised voices. He sort of come out to have a look at what was going on, and says to you, he sees you pacing backwards and forwards with a pretty interesting look on your face. Morning. Is everything okay?
Morning wine, please.
We do not serve wine before 11 o'clock. This is not...
Morning water, please.
Of course.
Thank you.
He turns around. He's got barrels behind him, and he's obviously a barrel of water there. He turns the tap. You hear it as he turns it, the cork in the tap. Fills like a wooden type tankard of water and puts out his. There you go. We try not to serve wine before 11:30. It's too many people get too drunk, and then we have to kick them out, and it's tiresome. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh yeah. Poop. I'm fine.
Well done.
I am going to. Is it too early to see about knocking on Rictavio's door?
You could ask Erwin. It's Octavio's room's in the private part of the bar, so you need you know, because you've the interactions you've had with Erwin already, that you would need his permission to go up there in the first place.
Erwin, I was wondering, I know it might be too early. I wanted to ask a question about the circus and what it offers. Is he available, you think? Or when does he get up?
No, Octavio, he left town yesterday. He said he was leaving on business and would return maybe in a week's time. But he has paid through to the end of the month. So
Okay.
we keep his room locked, and but yeah, he will return. I'm sure.
Week's time. Okay. Can you leave me a note or something when he gets back in?
Of course, no problem.
I want to see the Baron, you guys, but you guys want to see Lady Vodka, whatever. Yeah. So.
Oh, you mean Lady Wachter?
Yeah.
I think Lady Wachter, according to Strahd, could help us with the Baron business.
Well, I feel like it's probably a good idea to exactly what Carlos was saying before. Do the detective work first before we go and try and gather as much information as possible. Because if the Baron is as bad as what we seem, we could all end up in the stocks. I, for one, don't deal well with that.
But we don't know this Lady Wachter either. We could end up in the stocks either way.
Strahd did tell me that she, I believe, wanted to see the Baron to get, out of his seat, so to say. I guess I don't mind going to see the Baron with you, but chances are he may chuck us in jail.
It's funny, when Adok came into the party, you questioned everything he said, but when a vampire comes to you in a dream, you are just a fanboy for the Strahd. Oh, Strahd said we should go! That's very different from what usual Carnos would be, don't you think?
Well, you weren't really there at the time I saw him. I was totally against him as well. However, and you might be happy to know this, between yourself and some of the other members of the group, one of which is missing, who are always telling me to, hey, take it easy, don't chop people's heads off straight away when you see them, sort of thing. I was trying to, I couldn't really do anything at the time, and I was trying to take this as a let's have a sit down and chat moment, and you guys have kind of been the direct opposite.
I have sat down and chatted.
No, your opinion was Adok come into the party was the opposite, and now of Strahd, who you don't really know, you're just going off the words of other people. I don't think he's a good guy, don't get me wrong.
You want us to just meet him and bring some flowers and everything will be fine?
I do not think everything will be fine. As the idea was, he was saying to me, he was really telling me through this dream, this vision, that meet Lady Wachter. He said make our own decision. He did say he did invite us to his table to come and talk with him. That was what he said. I don't think he's a good guy. I don't think we need to work for him. But maybe we hear what he has to say.
How do we know that we're going to walk away from the table ourselves?
If I may, if he's got the ability to come to each of us and sense whatever Emily has got inside, like these sort of magical powers, can do everything. Let's just take all the facts, all the information that we've got so far. Let's just say that he can do all of that and more. What's stopping him from probably ending our lives at any point? Yeah? He hasn't done it yet, has he? Why? That's a good question. We don't know.
Well,
the Baron.
Wow.
Yeah.
He gave his word, though. He did. I don't know if it means anything, but he said he would give his word that we wouldn't be harmed if we met with him, right?
Okay. How I see it, we are new here. So we're like a new toy. He wants to play with us a little bit. But like any child, he'll get bored of us, and then I don't know what will happen then.
You know what? Sometimes the simplest answer is the best. Adok,
Chop his
Did
head
you
off and
feed-
let's go.
no. Did you feed Carnos those cakes again before he went to sleep?
What?
Did you
I
feed
have
Carnos those
No
cakes
idea
again?
What you're talking about?
You
The
don't have truth.
Pies.
You had cake.
No, they weren't cake or pie.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
they were pastries.
Did you feed it to him?
I did not feed him any cake. I don't have any cake. Do I have cake?
From the
No.
Hag's house.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't feed him, all right? Look, let's besides the point, okay? Look,
So you didn't feed him after midnight? Because he
no,
doesn't
I
know.
did. You're not a goblin. You don't. Anyway, look. Right. I believe that Carnos, what he was saying before about doing detective work, all right? Let's just keep in mind that probably everyone, the Baron included, and maybe this lady, Wachter, whatever her name is, probably they're all evil. They're probably all bad. They probably all got their own motivations. It's
Yeah.
Strahd included. But at this present point of time, what do we think is the most dangerous route to take? If it's to go to Strahd at this present point in time, we think that's complete danger. That's probably not a good idea. The Baron's the second dangerous, probably not a good idea. Lady Wachter the third dangerous, maybe we should go with the least and work our way through the chain.
Look at the note. What date was that dinner we were supposed to go
There
to?
was no
Go
date
to
set.
Lady Vodka,
It was open-ended.
whatever her name is. Go to her first. Find out what she's about. Then the Baron. Then maybe Strahd.
I'm just gonna say that if you go to Strahd with the intention of potentially being violent towards him, I can't go. At a fear of making you want to chop off my head again. If he can reach me inside that house, in a locked room inside that, then he will control me easily. And I will become a danger to you.
But he can control you here.
Well, I figure that if I'm in his house, I mean, he can come and visit me here, but if I'm in his house, he may very well be able to control me. He is a very powerful person.
We're only going there to talk, aren't we?
Maybe we need to stack it to our side. Maybe we should get him to come see us at the church.
Yeah, that
He
was
can go in the church, I don't think.
Scapus is right though. We're only going to talk. No one said anything about. I guess the whole point of doing the detective work is just to gain information, gauge his character. Same with Baron and same with Lady Wachter. I'm fairly easy either way. I don't trust any of them. But we need to start somewhere. What do you suggest? I mean, Zadriel, what, I know you want to see the Baron, but what would you suggest we do there?
What is the Baron? I am going to talk to him about the stocks. And I tried to talk to Lady Wachter, but her manservant was very rude and we couldn't go. So I will talk to whoever sees
But
us first.
We got told to come back today.
Yeah, and it was kind of like the middle of the night, right?
Whoever gets the kids out of the stocks first is in my books. I don't care about what they do.
Well, maybe do we make it a two-pronged attack? Do three of us go to Lady Wachter, and do three of us go to the Baron? Do we separate?
Who's getting cut in half?
Did you give him cake on? Did you give him cake? He can't count.
Am I totally wrong with our numbers? Is there
No, we
not
are
6 of
six.
us?
I didn't count myself.
5.
You're screwing me over, Feeble.
Fibble, I think are you not the mathematician here? Carnos, Fibble, Adok, Amelia, Scapus, Zadriel. It was Mirabelle making 7, but now there is 6.
Yeah.
Did we have a time to see Lady Vod? Her.
Wachter.
I think you are.
With a
do you
V.
like-
People,
like-
with a V.
Do you like vodka?
You like vodka, but not.
I feel-
No, you weren't given a time. You were just told to come back tomorrow. She was entertaining guests when you arrived the previous evening. And
Yeah.
he wasn't rude.
We will go.
Thank you, Zadriel. I think
Now-
that's the right choice.
When I was referring to who's getting split in half, Scathus doesn't talk.
Oh, right, yeah. That's nice save, but not really believable. Do I believe him?
Inside. Were you telling the truth?
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
There you go.
People get this talks plenty to me.
That's right, I'm crap at inside anyway. 8.
He's telling the truth.
He's
He's confusing at best, put it that way. Fibblestib is confusing at best with whatever he says anyway. So,
we know.
truth or lie, it's kind of hard to determine.
I apologise, Adriel, if it feels like I may have usurped your decisions or what you would want to have done. But sometimes my mouth gets away on me. I'm happy to follow your lead if you are as proving as to be a good leader.
If we are going to
shall.
split the party, may I suggest it be Zadriel, myself, and Emilia go see the Baron, and then you two with the mute go see.
I think splitting the party is a very bad idea since we aren't supposed to be alone. Plus, Strahd's gonna affect us all. Splitting the party would make us even weaker.
If we split the party, then the Baron's friend, who can turn people to ash instantly, according to Ismark, will be a major threat. Whereas if Lady Vodka is high up in Strahd's personal garrison, then she might be very dangerous too. So if we're going to either of these places, maybe we should go as a full team.
Okay, so wait a minute. We've already got an appointment with the lady. So how about we all go see her first, and then we go see the Baron Aaron. And
Is there a reason why you're doubling up your words, Mr. Sturb?
I'm just having a go at you with the whole doubling.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
I see.
I thought you must have got into his wine.
Yeah, maybe. No, I got my own, and I pull out a water skin and shake it.
All right, so shall we? We've pretty much finished our breakfast here. Shall we strap on our equipment and get ourselves into Lady Wachter?
Thought you said you lost your equipment.
Funnily, I actually set that sentence up just for simple minds, Mr. Stibb.
Fine.
Is there any way that we could go later in the day?
No, we're expected at Wachters' place this morning.
Is it this morning or this afternoon?
No, this morning.
What did you need to do, Emilia?
I want to go shopping.
We can do shopping after seeing Lady, baby.
Well, there's two things. There's a couple of things that I want, and the other thing is I think that we should probably get Adok some armor because he's kind of in rags.
I had also talked to Adok about this, and I was going to purchase Adok some armor.
Yes, I know, but I wasn't there for that, so I'm just.
Do
bringing
you
it.
guys want to go shopping and meet back here, pick us up, and we go?
I don't think this place is gonna have armor in Adok's size, so it'll probably be something we'll need made.
Try the toy store. No offense, Adok, but they do have little armored dolls and things.
Yeah, but that's not real armor.
I will get Adoc's measurements. I believe we might have done this already. I've got Adoc's measurements, and I was just going to deliver them to the armor store. They were going to give me what they had, or maybe make what they could, and I will pay for it for him because he needs to be at his best when we hit battle mode.
Can they install, heroism or, anti-run the hell away, hide for the hills?
I figure that was your department, Mr. Stubbs. You can put some sort of mechanic in it that would magnify him, to one of us. Magnetize him.
I could install a electric device that we hit a button if he starts running away to shock him back into reality.
You can hear this, people.
Do you forget that I can sort of tinker with my own stuff as well?
I'm not saying you can't do it as well, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. As much as shock therapy works on some people, shock therapy in me, not so much. All right. Thank you for the offer.
Have you ever tried?
No, I don't really want to. Have you?
Yes.
I'm not going to ask that. Yeah, I figured that was the answer.
And we're walking.
Just look at us here.
Walking and talking to the armor shop, are we? Walking and talking.
Well, I am not dressed. I have to. I will
Oh.
meet you guys there.
Okay.
I will go up and get my armor in my room.
Yeah, we didn't put our armor and stuff on.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll all go
We
together.
got out of bed, had a chat.
I think
Went to breakfast.
Karnos was the only one that armored up.
Karnos got his armor on. Stated it.
I mean, I don't have armor, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I don't have
Well, you guys go and get your armor. Me and Adoc will whip over to the armor guy. Oh, actually, Adoc, you didn't want to go, did you?
I'm going to stand at a distance.
Yeah.
Away,
all right.
around the corner.
Yeah, just keep me inside. Don't want to be alone. We'll go over. We'll organise his armor, and then we'll go to Lady Wachters' place. And then we can take Amelia to town too. Then.
But Ada could just stay here, and we'll take him, and you and Skathis go to the armory.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. And we'll meet you at Lady Wachters.
That sounds like a plan.
Because it's only armor, right? We're not going to go and do anything dumb. So, right, Skathis, you happy to come with me, buddy?
I kind of want to do other stuff too, but I'm not wearing armor.
Yeah, well, three of us can go into town. We're not splitting the party for a battle. We're keeping in group units for organization. Does that work?
Yep.
Excellent. All right, off we head.
So, who's going where? so I'm 100% clear.
Amelia, Skathis, and Karnos are going to get armor for Adoc and whatever Amelia wanted.
Okay, so Adoc, you going with him, or are you staying behind?
Look, Adoc's mind is like confused and fizzing out, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to go wherever someone tells me to go.
Excellent.
Fibble, Zadriel, and Adoc were going to stay behind, get armored up, and
Okay, and head to Lady Wachters,
and head
and
to
you
Lady
were
Wachters.
going to meet there.
Correct.
We're
Well,
only got armor on too here.
And
So you
Karnos
take the
has
time.
measurements for Adoc.
Yeah, so you take the time to don your armor, which is easily enough done. You then yes.
As Emily is walking up the stairs with whoever, she's going to give them a good nudge, and she's going to say, "We should make Adoc's armor, make him grow up here, and then when he's done with it, then we can give it to Karnos."
I think you're with Karnos, which is actually no, not you with Adoc, Emilia, and no, you were going with Karnos.
Yeah, one he's got.
Emily was going with Karnos and Skathis.
But I would assume that Karnos would probably. Well, are you waiting for them downstairs while they get their armor on, or are you going to go up with them?
No, well, Karnos will wait downstairs. They're all in the same building at this point.
So who is going upstairs to get their armor on? Fibblestib, Zadriel,
Yep.
Skathis doesn't wear any. Adoc doesn't wear any, so it'd be Emilia. So it would be Zadriel and Fibblestib that you said that to.
Okay.
And while I'm upstairs getting my armor on with Zadriel, I'm going to suggest to her that she starts wearing her cape because Strahd seems to be a player.
What?
he's picking up all the girls. He's taking, Maribel. He's after Emilia. He wants that chick that we deposited in the church.
He wants beautiful people.
Yeah, you need to hide your beauty.
I think if he's probably already seen us.
Well, keep him out of mind. It's for safety. Just wear your bloody cloak.
Fine.
Good girl.
So I come down with my armor on, but a hood, basically.
Okay. Right, so with that, once you've all acquired your armor, you all meet out the front and head your separate ways. Carnos, Scathus, and Emilia heading towards the blacksmith, and the rest of you heading towards Lady Wachters.
If it's quicker DM, we don't have to roleplay picking up armor for ad hoc if you just want to give me a price on that.
Yeah, you would find that you do indeed have to have it made. You go visit Lucresh, which is the guy you dealt with previously, and he takes the measurements, and he gives you a price that shocks you initially, as it seems that a lot of the prices here seem to be elevated.
Yeah.
Where is my list of prices?
Yeah, my little friend, he just wants little leather armor.
Little leather armor.
Little leather armor, right?
No, that's not what I was after. God damn it. Oh, I moved it over to the Strahd folder, that's why. Damn it. Do. 75 gold pieces for the armor.
Carlos looks at him and says, 75 gold is a little steep. How about we make a nice flat 70?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, yeah. That is a 7.
7. Grigori looks at you and says 75 gold pieces or no armor.
All right. 75 it is.
And you come back tomorrow and I will have it done.
Tomorrow? All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you half now and half tomorrow then. Is that fair?
Deal.
All right. Make a note of that.
So how much you handing over?
I hand over just over half. I hand over 40.
40 gold?
35
okay.
tomorrow. Yep.
Sweet. So you hand over 40 gold. He counts it in front of you slowly. It takes him about 5 minutes, but he counts it. Puts it back into a pouch in front of his apron, and you hear him saying something to his sons. Hey, get some leather rivets. We've got armor to make. And he proceeds to set about making armor. Emilia, what did you specifically want to purchase?
I wanted to go to the butcher, and I wanted to go to somewhere where I could buy alchemy vial from.
The general goods store will give you the alchemy vial without too many problems, and that'll cost you a gold for a single vial.
Sweet, I'll just knock that off.
Yeah. The butcher you've been to before, so you know that you can get generally what you are after there. I'm assuming your stores are running low. That's why you're going back there.
Yeah, I want that, and I want something else as well.
Okay, so what else are you after?
Animal fur.
Animal fur? Any particular animal fur?
No, just animal fur.
It's animal fur. He won't charge you for the blood. He will give you enough blood for another 5 days worth of rations. But but he will charge you 10 gold for a wolf pelt.
Sweet. Sweet as that'll do.
Is there anything else that you wish to purchase while you're in town? The one thing you guys do notice as you're passing through the city centre to the market district, the Wicker Sun is nearing completion. It's in the town square. It has been constructed up and around the town, like like a statual fountain in the centre of town. It's been constructed at the top of that. There's a little like scaffolding around it, and it's nearing completion. Maybe a couple of days and that'll be completed. And from what you have heard with the murmurings of people, that the festival will be in a couple of days' time, when the weather next breaks, and they get a relatively non-rainy day. No one says fine day here. It's just when the rain stops, basically.
All right. And I believe, Mr. Scafus, did you want anything while we're here in the busyness of this town?
No, I'm good.
Amelia, would you like anything else?
Just out of question, Adok, what sort of armor can you wear?
Adok's not there.
Oh no, he's not.
No.
Okay.
It's just you, Karnos, and Scathus at this point.
He told me he could wear leather. That's why I ordered him leather.
Couldn't wear chainmail.
It would make him a little less sneaky, I believe.
Okay, sweet. Because I happen to have a chainmail shirt, that's all.
And that you would find it would be too big for him.
Sweet. It
Would have to be modified. It would be like a dress.
I guess we should head to Lady Wachters now, if there's all the shopping done, Emilia.
Yes, that's all I wanted. Thank you.
So, back over to the other group. As you leave the inn, you start heading towards Lady Wachters' house. Can I get you guys to make a perception check, please, as you are walking towards Lady Wachters? Jadriel.
6.
6. Jadriel's really pissed off. She's not really noticing anything at this point. Adok.
13.
13. You notice you have a shadow. Once again, it's not the same man this time though. There's two other men, two slightly younger. They look younger than the previous dude. They are dressed in more upper class clothing. They don't appear to be trying to hide the fact that they are kind of following you. It's not like they're like stalking you or anything, but they're definitely keeping pace. Fiddlestick.
14.
You'll notice the same as well. So, as you travel towards Lady Wachters, you then head up one of the main thoroughfares towards the north. As you do so, you come to come through the town square. You also notice that the Wicker Sun is nearing completion. The family still in the stocks. You notice that the man in this family is hanging in the stocks. He's no longer standing. He's not moving at this point, but he seems to be sort of really hanging hard on his arms, and his knees don't touch the ground, so he's hanging on all his weight on his arms and shoulders. You can hear the sobs of the children from here, and the woman seems to be she's sobbing more quietly. You get the impression she's trying to keep it together for the kids. One of the guards walks up and checks the man, gives him a bit of a poke and a shove, and you hear a bit of a groan, and you see this particular guard help the man to his feet, get some weight under him, and Fibblestib and Adok, with your perception checks, you would have seen this guard also slip him under his mask, under the thing, looked like a piece of bread. Kind of hard to tell from the distance you are, but it looked like he slipped something under his mask, trying to hide it from the other guard. With your perception check, Zadriel, you probably would not have seen that, but you would definitely see him help him up. So, with that, you start heading further northward towards the Wachter estate. You do eventually reach it, and once again you get to the front of the house, and you see once again the cobblestone steps, the entranceway, the solid wooden door with a little trapdoor in the center is closed. You don't see anyone else around. At this point, Fibblesib and Adok, you do notice that the two individuals that were following you, as you got closer to the house, they actually pushed past you, pushed past you, not violently or aggressively, just sort of make their way past you, and they've entered the house and gone around the back and disappeared.
All right. Interesting. Cedriel, go knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Once again, not straight away, but within a few minutes, that little flap door opens, and you see that same individual. This time, he's standing a little further back from the door, and you can see two other individuals flanking him side by side. Two younger gentlemen. If I can find a picture of them. I don't think there's a picture of them, but he says, yes? You were here last night. You are here to see Lady Wachter, yes?
Yes.
1 moment, please. I will make sure she is available, and I will return shortly. And he closes the door, closes the little flap, and heads away. He leaves you waiting out there for about 15 minutes. In that 15 or so minutes, as you're waiting, Karnos and the rest of you start heading up the road towards your friends. You're probably within 50 or 60 feet of them at this point. And as you guys approach, the little door opens up again. Sorry for the wait, but Lady Wachter will see you now. Please, come inside. And he opens the door. The door swings open. There's a bit of a squeak on the hinge. Nothing too major. But you are now in the foyer of this house. When I can bring my picture up. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. What number is it? It is this one. Bring the right one up. I don't have that one because I don't need it. So basically, as you get inside, you see a small room. It's like almost like a cloakroom. It's a front door. The door is locked, reinforced with bronze bands. It gets opened as you come through. He was a little suspicious of you, obviously, the night before, and you get the impression as he's now flanked by these two younger individuals, both wearing relatively noble clothing. One has sort of short, dark hair. The other is a little bit longer and scruffier. They have chiseled features. The two closets flank the front door. There's a western closet and a eastern closet, and there is a door directly behind the man standing in front of you. He then shows you into, when I open my other map, give me a moment here, guys. Maps, the map. Oh, holy crap, not he's destroying the bedroom. You see, he says to you, Lady Wachter will see you in the lounge area. I shall just be 1 moment, and I will prepare things for you. You may put your coats in here, and your dirty boots, if you do not mind. and points to the closet on the east. As he opens it for you, the other two gentlemen leave with him as they go through the left-hand door into what looks like to be a relatively larger room, which from the door you see into it's like a bit of a dining room. There's a bit of a lounge off to one side. You remove your shoes and your cloaks at this point, as instructed.
Emilia removes her shoes, her cloak, and leaves her staff in there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Karnos does as well. Shoes, cloak, shield, and axe leaned against where he can, sort of in the foyer.
There's room for you to put larger weapons in there as well. Zadriel?
Yep.
Adok and Fibblesib, or Adok, you don't really have any large visible weapons, do you?
No.
No. So you're fine. You can put your cloak up at all?
No, and I don't wear shoes either.
Okay,
so.
cool. Do you wipe your feet? Your feet would be dirty. There is a mat to do so.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Fibblesib.
I'll take my shoes off, but not my cloak.
Not your cloak. And what about Charlotte?
She stays on my back.
Stays on your back?
Yep.
Skathis.
Do I even have shoes?
It's completely up to you.
I don't know if I've got shoes.
I would get the impression that you don't have shoes.
Yeah, so I'll wipe my feet. Do I notice Adok not wiping his feet?
Yes, you would. It's pretty obvious because he leaves, as he walks forward, he has left muddy little goblin prints on the nicely polished wooden floor.
So I reach out to grab Adok by the scruff of the neck, the collar.
Yep.
Pull him back and go, wipe your feet.
Are you wearing a cloak?
No.
Okay, alright. I'm just gonna wipe my feet then on the mat.
Skathis, do you clean up the muddy footprints that have been left behind already?
No.
No? So, all of you relieve, or most of you relieve yourselves of any visible weaponry. Eventually this man comes back. He says, follow me. And he leads you through into this large room. As you see in the picture there, it's a large dining area. But there's also a series of soft leather couches around a small table and a fireplace. The fire is going and it is relatively warm in here. And he shows you to the seat. He does stop you, Fibbleston. And he... Zadriel, did you give up your weapons? Did. And Skathis, did you give up your staff? Did you put your staff in the storage?
Yeah.
Okay, so he stops you, Fibbleston, and says, are you expecting trouble?
Always.
You are in Lady Wachters' home. I would appreciate if you would leave your weapon in with the rest of your companions.
They're here.
In the other room, sir.
Ah, okay.
In the little room as you came in. Please.
Okay.
I'll go put Charlotte in the room.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And you return to your companions. In this room, sitting at the table, are these two men. They are eating, kind of sloppily, it seems. They seem to be not really paying too much mind to you guys, but every now and again they give you a bit of a sideways glance. After a short while, Lady Fiona Wachter enters the room, and she seats herself in one of the seats that is not occupied, because I'm assuming you guys sort of kind of sat together. But she positions herself in a seat that's either furthest away from one of you or in a seat that's, that has her by herself. And
I'd more than likely be standing.
okay, so you're standing, so it probably is a free seat. So she would seat herself on her own. When I find a picture of her, I'll show you what she looks like. This is Lady Wachter. She is not a pretty woman. She has very sharp and angled features. She is very proper. She sits upright, hands clasped in front of her. The little thing you see around her neck, you do not see with her at the moment, so don't really pay much attention to that at this point. She looks at you all and nods. Good morning. What brings you to my home?
Good morning, my lady. You have a lovely place here. We have come on the advice of people that possibly you could do something about the people in the stocks that are in the town.
The Baron. That man. Ooh, he makes my blood boil.
Yes, we were going to see him, but we've gotten advice against it constantly.
And who has given you such good advice?
I pray quickly to the DM for remembrance.
Strahd has given you that advice. Ismark has given you that advice. Well, not so much the advice, he's told you that she opposes the Baron. And Vasily has also told you that she opposes the Baron.
Yes, Mark, I don't know if you know him, has told us about the town, as well as Vasily showing us
Vasily.
around. Yes.
A very handsome young man, don't you think?
Yes.
He's been a friend with this family for some time. Yes, well, the Baron and his family, he believes these festivals of his will bring happiness and prosperity to Vallaki. But what you see when you walk the city streets? Poverty, despair. Is that happiness? I think not. So, you come to me on advice. What else does Vasily impart to you about me?
Actually, we've got a message for a dinner with Strahd, and it was from one of your messengers saying that Lady Wachter
Ernest, yes, of course.
has given it to me.
The prince did send me a letter to give to the newcomers in Vallaki, and my messenger, my man, Ernest, was instructed to deliver it, yes. So obviously you are the newest people in Vallaki. You are not from around here, as it is evident by the way you all look. And she looks directly at Skathis and at Adok and at Fibblestib, as not being the norm seen in Barovia. You get that impression. She's not looking down her nose at you, but she has that very noble air about her. And she then says, well, the noble Prince Strahd has been trying to, shall we say, discredit the Baron for some time, without the call of bloodshed. But the Baron is a stubborn man, and refuses to see reason. So, in a attempt to ease the Baron and gain some favour, I was to have my daughter Stella wed her son Victor. But My daughter found Victor vile and would not agree. I would not force her to do something against her will, of course. So, I have been thinking of ways to unseat him in other matters.
So you want to take his place as the Baroness of Valaki?
This is an option. This is not one I've thought about much. There are probably better suited individuals for such a position. But it is an option, yes. I believe Victor, her son, would be easily swayed to our way of thinking, short of the marriage. If his father was to, say, suffer an accident of some description, or was discredited, and the townsfolk turns to get the bulk of the town and the guard were turned against him, maybe they would achieve that goal for us without any direct link back to the noble Wachter family. Or,
my lady.
Yes, little one. Your name is?
Devil's Deep.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes. Who made the Baron the Baron?
The Velikovich family has been in power in Valaki. I'm not sure if you can make the connection, but Valaki, Velikovich, it has been part of their heritage for as long as Valakia has been here, I believe. I myself have, and my family have lived here for several generations.
So it's been bestowed, the Baron being the...
It is normally a family right, which is why I suggest his son.
So, like an emperor made him the Baron?
No, I would say it would have been Strahd's father. Would have made the Baron's father's father, potentially, or even earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the power would have been King Baroff. I would have believed would have given that title to the Velikovich family.
So Strahd is the king.
He is, well, of a sorts, yes. His father no longer lives, but he still calls himself Prince.
And the Baron is technically underneath Strahd.
Yes, that is correct.
Then
But
why doesn't Strahd fire him?
It is not as simple as this. Many things are different here than in other countries. Strahd has many people that oppose him. As you well know, sure you've heard the rumors. He is not exactly, shall we say, he is more than a man. So people fear that, and they fear him. But he is fair. He is stern, but he is fair.
Who, the Baron or the Strahd?
Strahd, of course. The Baron is an idiot.
That's why I'm confused why
Strahd cannot get directly involved. If he does, then more will possibly oppose him, and he wishes to keep what little respect he has intact for the time being.
But couldn't Strahd put it to the people's vote if he wanted to?
Have you seen the people in this town?
Yeah,
Do they look like they could vote on something such as this with clear conscience and clear mind?
I think they would probably get rid of the Baron.
The Baron rules with an iron fist. He tortures, dungeons, or stalks those that oppose him, so they fear him. If he is no longer there, they will no longer fear him. as I say, we have several options available to us at this point. I must not be involved directly, as this could smear my good family name. But there are those of us in this room that do not hail from Barovia and may act independently and may make the people see sense. They may be able to discredit the Baron or remove him completely. I would prefer the latter, and I would pay handsomely for it to be done.
Who are these people that can remove the Baron?
I am looking at them as she looks around at you all.
I am
Does-
looking for instant results in these talks, not a long game where these people die in the meantime.
Well, instant results would certainly get things moving quickly. Of course, the choice would be yours. If you wish to play the long game, I would certainly pay for that also. I would pay more for the short game, as you put it. As I said, if the Baron was to meet an accident and was found, say, hanging from his bedroom rafters, seemingly in despair and suicide, or maybe a building fell on him, or a horse trampled him in the street. Obviously, openly murdering the Baron of this fair town would not be desirable. But 1,000 gold pieces would be my price for the short room. 350 gold pieces for the long game. And of course, we'd be able to stay in Vallaki as long as you wish. I'm sure you've heard that those that oppose the Baron are banished from Vallaki, near to return.
That's a lot of gold. Just saying. No, that's a lot of gold. I got one problem though. I have heard that he's got some guard captain that can turn people to ash. Is that like?
Ishik. Yes, he has an ability. He has a deformed right arm, which has the ability to hurl flame at his enemy. I've not seen it turn people to ash, however. I believe it would hurt, but you all look capable. You are, I mean, she's looking at Zedriel and Karnos, the fact you guys are wearing armor, and armor of notable armor, being plate, chain, whatever you guys are wearing. I have heard you rescued some of Vallakian children recently, and killed a hag, I too believe. This is no easy task. Not many things stay dead in Vallaki, or in Barovia. I'm sure you've heard this also. So for you to dispatch a hag, this is a great feat. So what say you?
What would happen to the villagers under your care?
They would be back under the care of the mighty Strahd, free to live as they will. No more silly festivals. Festival of the wolf, blazing sun. What sun? We have not seen a sun here in centuries.
I've also noticed on the way here that there appears to be some guards that may or may not really go with what a Baron is all about.
I'm sure there are many of the town guard that do not totally agree with the Baron and his rule. They are Vallakians themselves, after all. Their families live here too. How would you feel if you had to put your brothers and sisters, or your mother in the stocks, if they spoke out against the Baron?
Well, I mean, goblins eat each other all the time, so I mean, I really wouldn't care. But right, that probably didn't help your point. But
She doesn't really seem fazed by what you said at all. You hear a snigger of laughter from the two gentlemen sitting at the table behind you.
I just was. My brain is just thinking, and like, I know you want him to be killed, and well, not that you want him. It's just that's a lot of gold. But I'm just thinking maybe we could start a revolution. Inspire some people with ones
this is acceptable. I mean, as I said, the path is yours to choose, of course. The longer game would, unfortunately, the family that currently resides in the stocks would serve their sentence, which I believe is there for another week at least. From what I have seen or what I've been told, Ernest has told me the father of that family is not doing so well. He may not last a week. But there is some guard that could be bribed, I believe. Hard to say which ones, of course. That would be a gamble. Is that a gamble you are willing to take? Again, if you are caught, you will be banished. They will take your weapons and your armor and send you out into the wilderness, defenseless against the creatures of the night. This is not ideal, I feel.
That sounds ominous. What's everyone else thinking?
I think we can put him down quietly behind the scenes. Well, not put him down, but remove him from the system. Zedriel, I don't know about you, but I'm not one just killing a person for no apparent reason. Could we remove him from his seat safely?
I feel like this is something we should talk about at the inn.
By all means, discuss it amongst yourselves. I do not require an answer right away. My offer is open. And remember, Prince Strahd has invited you to his home to discuss whatever he wishes to discuss. If he has offered his word that you will get there safely, and his word is his bond, this much I can guarantee you. If he says you will get there and return safely, you will do so.
You seem to like him very much.
His family and my family have been allies for many generations. He's a good man.
Well, thank you for seeing us. We will probably see you again.
You are welcome anytime. Nikolai, go. Come meet our guests. And the two men from the table stand up and come over. And you can see that one of them is obviously messy. He's got food bits all in his shirt and he's just wiping his mouth messily. The look of distaste on her face is quite evident. But she says, and these are my sons, Nikolai and Carl. If you see them around town and you wish to contact me, just let them know and they will get the message to me. Or, of course, you have met Ernest. He is also a messenger and a guide of sorts. If you see him again, flag him down. I will inform him that if you wish to speak to me, that you are to seek him out.
Okay.
Lady Wachter, a quick question.
Of course.
You say you know Strahd quite well. Your families have known each other well.
Of course, yes.
And we hear the rumours here that this place is dark and rainy all the time because of Strahd. Is this true?
I am not 100% sure if that is his doing. It is possible. As I said, he is not exactly human anymore, and I know he fears the light, and rightly so. But again, I feel that he is trying to find a way to cure himself, to remove this curse that has befallen him in our fair lands. and many of us ate him as best we can.
Cure, you say? Alright, so we shall think on this and get back to you.
Of course. And she snaps her fingers and but off. See our guests out. Make sure that they have food if they wish, drink if they wish to take it with them. I bid you good day, and I shall see you again. Soon, I hope.
Thank you. And I do a little curtsy and
She stands with you and again, hands clasped in front of her just across her midsection, and she gives not a full curtsy, but you see she gives almost half-hearted curtsy, but it's a sign of respect, mutual respect. And she turns and heads back through the door that she came through, back to another part of the house. Nikolai and Carl have both thank you as Borov, the manservant, leads you back out into the foyer area. You retrieve your weapons, your cloaks. You can see Borov looking at the floor where Adok's footprints are as he comes in, and he just shakes his head.
I'm going to point to Skaters.
He looks at you, looks at the footprints, looks at Skathis, looks at the footprints, looks back at you, and gives you a look as if to say, yeah, right. And shows you the door.
Emilia will be the last one out.
Yes.
And as she goes, she's going to cast whatever the earth one is.
Mold earth, yep.
Mold earth. And she's basically going to draw the dirt up into her hand.
Okay.
Like, from the footprints, it's all going to move up into her hand.
No problem. And you would be not 5 foot of dirt there, so you'd easily be able to do it. And he looks at you and just gives you a sort of a bit of a smirk. Nothing too. You can get the impression that he's been a servant probably his whole life. Doesn't really crack a smile all that much, but he gives you that look of appreciation, like that you saved me like an hour's worth of work.
She gives him a slight nod, obviously to acknowledge.
Yeah. And you leave the Wachters' home and enter the street. And that is where we'll call tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for attending this evening and for joining us in our story. We had some fucking interesting moments tonight, I tell you. Demon Gunned with the raid and the follow earlier. Thank you very much for that. Definitely have to mention that. I have dropped a follow on him, so can we get another shout out for Demon Gunned as well, guys? Would very much appreciate it if you guys would pop over there and smash that follow button as well. Show the support. Just to let everyone know, we hit 24,800 views as of tonight. So that is awesome. We're getting close to that 30k live views, which is great. So, Skathis. A moment. We'll stick to one moment each tonight, guys, just to really fuck you up. So I know everyone's probably taken a few notes. Pick one and run with it.
All right, pick one. Well, I was going to do Cam and his voicing, but no, I'd have to go with the round table debacle.
Are the around the table with the zone of truth?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking cool and very clever of Mr. Drax to avoid certain questions the way he did. Bibblestib, Mr. Pegger. Or Mr. Sadiq, as he's now known.
Yeah, Sadiq. Yeah, I'd have to say Emilia's little shape, using the cantrips like he has always abused the living shit out of him. At the start of the episode with
making the angel.
Well, I literally actually thought he was going to have a shower. Because he made a cube type deal. I thought, he's made a cubicle, and then he's going to shape water because he's near the well and have a shower. But no, he actually turns it into wings, and that's like, yeah, smart ass.
Yes, that was another interesting use of the mold earth and shape water cantrips. And speaking of Emilia aka Drax.
One thing that really cracked me up was oh Jesus.
He's lost it.
Scathus. I was going to say Alessandros. Scathus, not knowing if we wear shoes or not.
Ah, yes. Something you probably should have put in your backstory. I do get the impression as a monk you probably don't wear shoes though, so we'll roll with that from now on. So put a note that you don't wear shoes.
Probably wear sandals.
Could be wearing sandals, but it's up to you. Don't forget, chat. If you've got a moment as well, at me in the text chat, and I'll read it out after we've gone through these guys as well. Zadriel.
I'll pay you 1,000 gold at Oxface.
Yes, that was classic. It's like bling. I was at that point. I was thinking of a figure that would garnish a reasonable amount of attention, knowing how expensive things are in Barovia. And I thought I was initially going to go with 500, which is still a lot of gold. But I thought, no, we're gonna up the ante. We'll give you a big sum for doing something that's probably against half the group's better judgment. And so we'll see how that pans out in the future. Adok.
Yeah, I really like the navigation between discerning, what's right and wrong between the whole Strahd and Emilia sort of conversation. The back and forth between that from everybody was really, really cool. And the whole morality sort of questioning aspect, I really, really just enjoyed that bit.
Yeah, and that's been my goal from the start, is to give information to give some people that think, okay, he is the big bad, he's the evil dude, and then give the contrary information as well to give you other options rather than just go kill the bad guy. Because most modules, most D&D campaigns, they have the start of the campaign and there's this thing at the end that you've got to complete or kill to end the story. As in our homebrew campaign, we've got a big bad coast. This is the dude you've got to kill to save the world, basically. Whereas in this one, I wanted it to be a little different. I don't want you. I mean, if that's how it ends out and you end up killing him, then great. But that's one option. I want to present you guys with several different options of getting out of Barovia, which is your ultimate goal. So hopefully I'm portraying that well enough that's giving all the characters something a little bit different to think about. For me, I think it was the one that got me the most was two things. Karnos explaining the reason, explaining to Fibblestib that he didn't mean to kiss Zadriel, or that I didn't mean to kiss your woman, or she kissed you. Did that whole kissing explanation, I thought was just brilliant, and the look on Michelle's face was awesome. But the one that stood out for me the most was Zadriel pledging her oath to Emilia. I will protect you. A paladin's oath is binding. Zadriel knows this, so she is now pledged her oath to Emilia, which is going to change the way a lot of things could potentially play out in the future, which I think is awesome. And of course, I think everyone in the chat, as well as in the stream, Cam's reading of the Tome of Strahd as Strahd was awesome. The inflection, the way it was read, the emotion that was put in the right places. I mean, I was expecting you just to read it off in his voice, so I didn't expect to have that emotion in the areas that warranted it. A little bit of rage, a little bit of sorrow, which I thought was pretty cool. So well done, Cam. Again, dual characters, playing the bad guy and a good guy all at once. Sometimes not easy to do. You didn't hear any of that, did you, Cam? I'm just praising you for your reading of Strahd's
I
tome.
just took it off for that part.
Arsehole. Why are you so negative on yourself, man? You're a good role player, dude.
Now, tell the truth. He sucks. He needs to work on it more.
That's what I like to hear. That's
Yeah, he was like a
Destructive.
He's like a half-practiced kiss performance.
That would be all Kiss performances.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys aren't even a team out of character.
And yes, lastly, Het. I'll save Het for last.
I actually am going a bit out of the wing here. It was I think it was just a joke made. Zadriel said something. No, Emilia said something smart about having a fish insider, and Zadriel said just a few seconds later, something smells fishy here.
Yes, I wrote that down as well.
So that was very amusing.
It was. So outside of that, does anyone else in the players or the chat have any other moments that they would like to share before we look at possibly raiding?
I showed her my woohoo.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
I didn't say that.
So hey, everyone either heard hoo-hoo or woohoo, so I thought that was pretty good. I showed her my whoop whoop.
I thought it was very touching that Amelia tried to protect me. That was very sweet.
Bet you were touching her. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, touch my whoop whoop. Yeah.
Also,
fucking
Fibble
hell.
and I are not together.
Yeah, it came across that way from the beginning. I just assumed that the whole way through.
Not. He's like,
I knew otherwise. That's why I didn't say anything because it was just
Yeah,
made. It just made much more sense.
Well, that's
Who
because
said
we-
fuck off Strahd? Oh, that was Karnos. Karnos
Well,
said
in
that
real
he's.
life, we are married.
Karnos
so
said
it
that
kinda makes
he
sense.
told Strahd to
So
fuck
did I.
off, and Fibble turned around and said who is off.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's what that one was, Jax.
So I've also got a vivid imagery of Karnos having a catheter.
Yeah.
But you're probably not wrong. I mean, who knows how the workings of Karnos is now? I mean, that's probably something that I'm assuming Fibblestib, or Karnos does, but I'm assuming Fibblestib and probably Adok are both probably mulling that over in their brains, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
I'm so
Yeah, that's
worried
why I
that
asked,
the
can I
next
see it?
episode is going to be like 1 hour of blueprints drawn up for another part of his body. Again.
Oh, classic.
Once again, it was underzone of truth, and no one knows who passed and who doesn't, and how much crap was being said and how much wasn't.
The only one that
Except for
does
maybe
was
Zadriel.
Zadriel. So, as far as raiding this evening, I think we're going to raid Sheriff Danian. He's
the only one
he's
that's
doing
on.
Dragon Heist episode 12. Been on for a couple of hours, and they've only got 3 viewers, so we're gonna pass on our crew to Sheriff Dan.
Damn.
Sheriff Dan, you got legs. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us again tonight. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow during the day sometime, if Twin Gats is on and I can get into the city, I will be jumping in and doing some GTA RP with Twin Gats, if I can get it to work. It's a little confusing and there's a lot to remember and a lot to do. So if I can get in, and he's gonna try and help me out. If I can get in, get it all sorted, we'll do some. I'm gonna probably tomorrow around lunchtime-ish, I might load up and do some GTA RP. So it's pretty much exactly what we're doing here, except it's in the GTA world. It's not Grand Theft Auto the game, so don't get fooled into that. I mean, initially that's what I thought, and I really don't like Grand Theft Auto as a game. But the city that he's on, which is they're called Red Rum RP, a good bunch of guys. Twin Gats has formed his own motorcycle club, so they're legit and non-legit businesses. So he was looking for help to sort of build a story around the MC and how it sort of started and all that sort of stuff. And he's not a great story writer, so he's asked me to help him out with it. So yeah, why not? I love RP. I love writing stuff for RP, so we'll give it a go. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, no great loss. But anywho, we're going to raid Sheriff Dan. We will see you either tomorrow, if not tomorrow or Friday, or probably not Saturday because I'm working. But Sunday night back here for some more D&D homebrew. See you then.